It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the Amp Media Studios, Dawn and Freddy S and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddy S, are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free 888-994-4995, Studio A right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddy S.
Welcome to the midday show on a beautiful. Are we still in September?
It's still Monday.
Are we moved to December? Am I going shopping for Christmas clothes?
Probably pretty soon.
Halloween.
Oh my God!
Halloween.
I'm gonna have to hear that Christmas music already.
Pumpkin spice everything.
Ugh.
Happy Monday, everyone. Welcome to the midday show. I was actually talking to my daughter yesterday, and she said she went through Trader Joe's and filled her cart with pumpkin spice everything.
Ugh.
And then she got to the checkout and said to herself, am I really going to eat pumpkin spice everything? She unloaded her cart of everything she said she was not going to eat because they get you. I think you have pumpkin pasta. There's
That's disgusting.
brown
Stop!
sugar,
Stop! Or there's
butter.
gonna be pumpkin all over this
There's
rug.
I have coffee.
There's like brown sugar butter you put, and everything goes
I
on
hate
special
pumpkin
toast.
spice.
Sourdough.
I hate it. I
She
love
said
pumpkin.
Like sourdough pumpkin bread with everything.
I'm so nauseous. I'm not feeling well.
Anyway, happy Monday, everyone. Wow.
When is Halloween?
October 31st. We got
And what
time.
month are we in?
September.
Oh, we got time.
We got time. Before that, we're going to be at Coriander. We're going to have Spotlight for Our Cause. We're going to be at Bramer's. We have a lot of things.
I got a
before any of
question.
that.
I got a request. Where is it? Somebody send a request. Should we get dressed at Coriander in Halloween outfits?
No,
Why?
it's September.
I know, but we have Christmas in July.
No.
Yeah.
No, we're not doing Halloween next
I see
week.
a lot of no's. Why no?
Doesn't make any sense.
Because that's the idea. It shouldn't make any sense. Why does it
October,
have
maybe.
to make sense?
In October, yeah, October, not September.
You take the air out of all the bags. You know, all the bags, I look on the ceiling now, they're all flat.
Do you have a costume?
Yes, I do. Do you? And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to do what you did. I'm going to put on a vest and make up some name.
That's not true.
Dr. Doolittle.
What are you talking about?
That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get a costume. I'm going to put on. I want paint. I want stuff.
What kind of stuff do you want?
I want to, like, if you're going to get, you got to get your, like Lucy and Desi. Remember when we did that? The Babalu thing with the
Yes.
bongo and stuff? You had the red hair? That was fun. We should do that more.
I got
Halloween's
a good
coming.
one. Some friends of mine, when I was living in Celebration, I walked in. It was Halloween. She was dressed as a pregnant nun, and he was a monk.
That's
Wow.
funny.
That was funny.
I don't know if that's appropriate now.
Well, that was a long time ago. It was like 20 years ago.
Yeah, but
so
nowadays
it was nothing to do with me. That's
Somebody
right.
may take you out for doing something like that. What will you get dressed as?
Probably
Probably what?
the Wicked Witch from the West.
She's funny, Sally.
Yeah,
Opportunities don't happen, you create them.
yeah.
She creates opportunities.
So I'll be a witch. It sounds like a good idea.
I got a question for you.
Okay.
Do you ever let people wear you down to the point that you stop trying to hit a mark?
Yes, temporarily.
So then, do you believe in the mark, or you just making believe?
I believe in the mark, but sometimes they wear me down and they know. It's not a lot of people. There's just certain ones that know how to whittle you down when you're not at your best. There are times when we're all not at our best, and that's when you would think people around you would elevate you and help. Instead, they try to smolder you. And when you're getting smoldered and you're still not at your best, you smolder a little more. And then I reach back into my pocket of faith and says, wait. This is not you. This is not what you believe in. This is not who you are. Regroup, pull yourself back together. And you don't go that route.
Okay, but hold on.
Yeah.
Because you went down 14 different paths.
And that's welcome to my brain, yeah.
One path, you have a goal. and you're geared up to accomplish that one goal.
Okay.
And if you think that the goal is going to happen, then you wouldn't set out a journey to obtain it. You just wait until it happens.
Oh, I don't let people whittle my goals away.
So they wear you down, and then all of a sudden, you stop the goal to regroup or whatever. Or do you keep going no matter how much it rains?
I keep going. I may
you
have
never stop.
I may have a temporary spiral, but then I regroup and I keep going.
So you don't stop. You keep going.
You got to keep going.
But
because if you don't
I know
keep
what
going,
you got to do. I'm asking
if
you, what do
do
you do?
not keep going, then the dark side wins. If you do not keep pushing forward with everything that you believe in is your light or it's whoever you are, then yes, Star Wars fans, the dark side wins.
So you do everything based on dark and light?
Well, people understand dark and light, or you as whatever your spirit is, your hope is, your dreams are. Yeah, because if you cannot be you, then the opposite of you that is trying to bring you down wins. And I don't let demons and the dark win, at least without giving a good fight.
So everything that you set out to do is you versus the demons? This is getting really interesting. I just want you to accomplish a goal, and you're going to hell and back.
Yes, because there are people and situations, knowingly or unknowingly, that they don't always want you to accomplish your goals. They may not say, oh, Freddie, do not accomplish that goal, but they will send out vibrations, messages, whatever it is, speed bumps, potholes.
Okay, that's what I was looking for.
Things to get in your way.
I got you.
Either
Okay.
knowingly or then maybe not even intentionally.
No, I
maybe
got you.
yes.
I got you. They just happen.
Yeah.
One way or the other.
True.
So the question here is, when you set out to do your goals, do you think that there are going to be speed bumps along the way?
Never.
Never.
I set out a goal and I went, this is what we're going to do.
It's a perfect world in your world.
Perfect world. And then
Reality sets in.
life happens.
So then the reason why there are speed bumps is because you live in a glass house that to get there, there's no speed bumps.
Because when you set a goal, you don't set a goal and say, oh, but this could happen and this could happen. Otherwise,
not?
you would never set the goal.
Why?
Because it's easier just not to set the goal if you're going to think things are
Or
going to happen.
maybe it's easier to prepare to hit those speed bumps with a plan.
I'm not big on the speed bumps. Instead, I have to trip over them and I
So
spiral.
you
yeah.
overwhelmed. You get overwhelmed.
I get overwhelmed, yeah, when the
Alright.
speed bumps come.
All right. So when you plan on doing something, you don't plan for there to be any alterations that need to be done.
No, I just kind of go.
You don't alter. You don't pivot.
I have to pivot as things go along, but at the time when I'm setting the goal and making the idea, I try not to.
So even when you accomplish the goal, you don't pivot.
Sure.
No, you don't.
Why?
Because I seen you. When you hit the goal, you still have to pivot because this goal leads to another goal.
Yes.
You have to pivot. But you don't see it that way.
No.
You see only the clear house where nobody should get in your way.
Well, she's going forth with positivity.
I think-
it's the negativity.
I think
that
exactly negative people trying to get in somebody else's way of their goal. It's not. It's none of their business.
But it's life.
If you have a goal, and your goal does not affect somebody else, but yet they try to diminish your goal.
But it always
put
affects
speed
somebody
bumps in
else.
front of you.
It always affects
It
somebody.
affects them if they choose for it to affect them.
It affects
It
them
doesn't have to.
sometimes by choice or by no choice. It affects them.
But doesn't have to always.
Dawn,
Always has to.
Welcome to life.
But I already know that life is going to challenge my goal.
I don't ever think about that. I really don't.
Okay,
I don't
but
be
then
like.
it catches you in it.
It catches me
and
off guard always.
So
It's
you-
like,
you
wow,
get-
what just happened?
So you get
Like,
punched in the jaw, and now you got to
always.
get up.
Always.
So you don't expect that when you're in a fight to get punched?
Because I don't think about what my goals are. Should be a fight for anybody. I don't do anything to antagonize people. I don't set goals to upset other people. I set goals because in my heart I think it might benefit others. That's why. But then there are those others that seem to think it gets in their way.
For
What do you
whatever.
always say?
for
Your
what-
opinion of me is none of my business.
That's right. But
That
for
still doesn't
whatever
make sense.
reason, whether good, bad, or indifferent,
You
you set out for a goal. People are always going to try to stop you.
Okay, for example, Spotlight for a Cause.
Right.
October 21st,
Yes.
Crazy Uncle Mike's.
Yes.
Great cause. Ant
Great
Media
cause.
Futures Foundation.
That's right.
Who does that, why would that negatively
Suppose somebody
address
that we
anybody?
know is now having another event on that night.
Okay.
How does that make you feel?
They're entitled to have their event on that day.
I wasn't the question. How does it make you feel?
It doesn't bother me. But
At all?
if they try to do negative things for my event, or they try to get
they
in
have
my
their
way,
event. You're telling me that they can have their event. They're going to try to pull your people too.
well, I don't do
Look
that
at the
to
face.
people.
Look at the face.
Because I don't even think about those things. If I thought about everything that would change, then I would never do anything. If I thought about every negative, which I think about enough, then I wouldn't do anything. I actually had a glimmer of doubt when I did it, and the girls were with me, and they said, absolutely not, we're going to do this. And you know where those girls are?
Well, they're not here.
One's in Costa Rica, and one got a job. So
They're not here.
I know. But we got new girls and new guys and new people to do what we
See,
do.
but when you set out a goal, you have to set out the goal. You can't base your goal on other people.
So we set out for this goal. I still think it's a great cause. I think people don't understand the value of the interns that we have in this studio and what the studio offers and what they bring forward and how hard they work.
All right, so what I would like to do is I would like to gather an army to help me understand this cause. Because if they understand it and can explain it to me, then maybe more people will learn from them. Because I preach on this all the time. But we've been doing this 10 years. So preaching on this for us is an everyday thing.
Yes.
Everything. But to sell it and for people to come and participate, and the reason why, you're going to need ambassadors. You're going to need the Sallys of the world who've been here for 3 years. She does a show every week, consistently, all over the place, boom, 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 but she does it. She's been on the road with us. She's done shows on the road with us. She's been part of other shows on the road with us. So she understands the value of what these kids do because she lives it,
Absolutely.
right?
Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
So the object of the game here is to get them to incorporate your thought because the adjustments will always be found. Always, every journey we take, there's an adjustment period.
When you set a goal, do you think about life happening?
Of course.
See, I don't. I just do
I
it.
have to.
I just go.
As a matter
I
of
actually
fact,
agree with Dawn.
of course you do.
Because no, I'm
Dawn can step in
I
in
was
dog
thinking
pool and
about
you would
it.
agree with her.
But I don't go forth and do something thinking that this could happen and that could happen. Yes, it can happen.
And what do you do
absolutely.
when it does happen?
You have to deal with it, but I'm not going to go into a situation.
Oh, so you don't have a plan B. You're just going to say I has to deal with it.
Well,
How do you fix it?
Whatever the situation is, and then at that
So
point
you try
in
to come
time-
up with an idea of it working that way. Instead
because
of working...
I think you have to go forth
Well,
in the beginning.
you ever heard... The reason I'm even bringing this conversation up is because the more and more I see the way things are, the rich get richer and things of that nature, is because they take a negative and turn it into a positive.
That's
so
right.
when they're preaching something and they get hit with negatives, they turn it all around
That's
to make
right.
it feel like you're wrong
But you don't
and
go
they're
into
right.
the situation thinking that. Once it happens,
No,
you
no.
deal with it.
That's
right?
the difference
They go
between
into
the rich get richer.
situation
They go
knowing that
in.
these things can happen.
They go in to antagonize the situation that way.
Well, then you're more prepared, actually. Yeah. in a
More
way.
prepared. They're versing it. They're growing it. They're doing
But nothing.
things to
people
perpetuate
say
that
nothing
negativity.
ever goes as planned.
But
so-
they want the negativity because when they overcome the negativity, they seem smarter, brighter, more polished, more educated. And more people will join the fray. You sound educated.
That's a good topic for my show today.
Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord.
Sounding educated? Why? I think we sound educated.
Okay. I'm not disagreeing with you. I just don't want you to get overwhelmed when things happen.
But it happens all the time.
Then get less overwhelmed.
I get overwhelmed all the time because I don't think I'm going to get overwhelmed, and then I do, and then it.
Because
then
you
it
don't
all
see it
works out
coming.
okay,
You
'cause
don't see it coming.
I
But you
think we
come
would have
out
ha-
of it, Dawn.
I feel
so
like Freddie,
that's
you and
a-
I have had this conversation for 10 years.
Every day. You haven't heard me once.
I feel like we've had this
Now
conversation
you've got an advocate for you, me.
about don't you ever see it coming. I don't ever expect people to be negative and hurtful, but yet they continue to be. And I just don't understand why people would try to hurt other people. Why
It
they
isn't
would
that
try
they're
to
trying to hurt. They're trying to outmaneuver what you're doing in their benefit.
But why?
Because it benefits them.
But if it doesn't affect them,
It does
why?
affect them.
why?
Because they're trying to take the gleam off of you so that they can do it a certain way that makes sense for
What
them.
if it has nothing to do with them?
That's
What
okay.
if
There's a
they're
lot
not
of
even
people that are
part?
troublemakers. They just do it to stir up a problem.
Like, what if they're not even part of what we do? Why create trouble?
Well, how do you know them if they're not part of what we do?
Because there's a lot of people we know that don't work here, don't have a student here, don't have a show here, but we know them. Why would they try to hurt something for a positive cause?
I don't think it's the word hurt. I think it's more demise. They're trying to make it so they can take advantage of it for themselves.
Well, why would anybody do that?
Because they
I know
wanna,
people do it, but I don't understand the mindset that people go out to demise somebody else to raise themselves.
And
I
it's
don't
not just
get
you.
that.
They're doing it with one person. They're doing it with a lot of other people.
Right, this
too.
is just the nature of who they
But
are.
that's just who they are.
That's right.
And I just don't.
That's why they do it.
I
because
just
that's
don't
what they are.
understand that mindset.
Well, there's a lot of mindsets that I don't understand. You got guys blowing up countries that don't belong to
Don't
them.
understand that either.
But they do it anyway. You know, Mussolini and Hitler did what they did. Nobody understands that either. I mean, they do horrific things.
I don't understand hate. I don't
That's
understand
the dark fighting with the light.
religious
The light
persecution. There's so many things I don't understand that have happened since the beginning of time, and yet it continues.
That's because man and women, but man is virtually a negative creature who hasn't learned how to live with one another. And there's always the dominance of always trying to outsmart somebody else, trying to be superior, trying to be above so you could look down.
So if I asked you this question today,
Yeah.
does life give you great things?
Yes.
And you can make a list of great things.
Yes.
Like what? What's up on your list today?
That I woke up.
Second thing.
That today is going to be better than yesterday.
Third thing.
Well, what are you going to play 20 questions?
So does it change your mindset when you continue to go through the list of life gives me great things versus the demise and doom and gloom? Like, does it rewire your brain? If you say, like Sally, you came in
does.
today,
Absolutely.
right, with
Yeah.
one conversation. But if I said to Sally, life gives you great things, what great things are happening
Now
to you
you're
today?
changing your energy, your vibration, because now you're thinking of all the good things, not the bad things. Some people do it quicker than others and switch over.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I've woken up. I've woken up a number of times and says, okay, do I want to go to work? Do I want to do this? Is it really worth doing this? I've asked. And then God responds, and I see the answer, and I see the difference, and it's on me. Listen, I'm mortal. I bleed like you do. I'm mortal. And there are messages that if you listen, he will answer the question as to why. I had questions. It happened not a few weeks ago. I think I even told you. And then I see what came in, and I see what changed, and I understand it. And there's the difference. I can't explain to Jay what I see because she's going to think I'm nuts. But at the same time, I have to guide her to make sure she doesn't hurt herself. She's in the best position she can be for herself. But she's going to pick that, not me.
Life gives you great things.
Everything in life is great. It's what we do with it. How we take a potato and make mashed potatoes, and you don't like mashed potatoes. It is what it is. You know, this is not it's not a perfect world. Far from it.
True.
But in your world, you can make it perfect. You don't even have to go out and meet people if you don't want to. You can go inwards, which is not healthy. I wouldn't do that.
Listen, in my world, in our world here, all I can hope is that people see our crew and our interns for the greatness of who they are. Now, is everything perfect? No. Is the work always perfect? Absolutely not. But have they learned? Do they do great things? Do they come together and have great skills and communicate and are better versions of themselves when they leave here than when they came here? I hope so.
So where does it begin? Does it begin with you saying that, or does it begin with them believing that? You know, from this morning, I still heard what I heard. And in order for this to make sense, they got to believe it. So your job, your journey is not that event. Your journey's over there. And that's what I was getting to this whole time. Our journey for this to work begins in that room. Because if they don't believe it, if they don't understand it, if they don't appreciate it, this is never going to work. Plates on a string. Remember we talked about this? Well, you got to get that plate started and look in that direction. Because they are the best at what they do. They just don't know it. They don't realize it because nobody's ever told them that. But quickly remind them about, oh, you can improve. Oh, yeah, there's room for improvement. I love that room for improvement. I love it. That's the problem.
There's always room for stuff.
But do you understand? Do you understand that negative, dark demon light thing you got going was because somebody embedded that in you? You weren't born that way.
Actually, nobody in bed.
You were born that way?
No.
You were the demon's child when you were
No,
born?
I never believed in bad things. I always lived in this world of rainbow and unicorns.
Okay.
It's
Until
and fairies.
Until you met her?
No, until the world that we live in right now
Yeah.
has shifted
It has.
to more of not
A negative
fairies
situation.
Darker
and
side.
rainbows and unicorns.
That's because we gave into it. We give into it.
Which is why I'm saying we cannot do
we
that.
let it happen.
We have choices, you know.
And we don't choose right. We choose to ignore.
No, we do.
And when you choose to ignore, you get what you get.
Because even if I don't watch the news or you don't watch the news, somebody else is going to watch the news and say, did you see this? I get the important things that are going on. Did I see it? No. Do I want to hear about it all day long? No, because as Sally says, it lowers the vibration of everything you feel. And then everything starts, the next thing is, then just watch the news for 5 minutes. You scroll and that thing you were watching, that's just pure evil in itself.
What I wasn't watching was the pure evil. What I'm watching is how they get themselves in that situation to be affected and to cry and to say, oh, you're treating me on. Just don't go. Don't go into a situation you can't handle.
But maybe they think they can handle it.
But they can't.
Well, how
They're
do you know unless you
20-something
try?
years old.
But you don't know unless you try.
Hey, listen, there's enough material to be witness that you're not. Trust me when I tell you this. Don't go in that direction. Go in a different direction.
You can't ever win against a trained politician. So it's like it would be debating with you.
I mean, you look at politics nowadays. You got a blue and a red and sometimes a green, whatever the hell that means.
I'm good on the purple.
And the purple and the orange and
They
all
have a
that.
gray
I'll stick
area.
with
They
the
have a
purple.
gray area.
But the bottom line here is that you have to look at what you're voting for and what you believe in. And if your team loses, you tip your hand, you go, okay, good luck.
That would be fine if we're black and white.
Well,
But
don't
it's-
even bring that one up because that's a whole different.
It would
Even
be
those
fine.
words now mean something different.
It would be fine if it was this polar opposites, but it's not. Everything is gray and everything is mushy and everything affects people.
You see, but that's the problem. They say you don't understand what the other side is doing, and they want you to think that way. You go into a sword fight, and you get there, and it begins with swords, and then the guy is losing. He takes out a gun, fight over, right? You can't go to a gunfight with a knife. You can't do that.
Why
And
are we fighting?
But what happened, because it's politics. And there's strange bedfellows in politics. You ever heard that?
Yes.
And the bottom line here is there's no fairness in politics. You're going to win at all stakes, win or lose. Even if you make up lies, you're going to win. So if you're going to get into this gunfight, don't think already right away he has an advantage, because that's the end of the game. You're not going to win that fight. You're not. You got to go in saying, I got this. I'm going to win this. I'm going to make the adjustments where I'm weakest and become strong. That's all. Very simple.
But then I guess the conversation is what's even the win? Is the win the conversation or is the win the fact that you actually had the courage to stand up for yourself?
You have the courage to win, not to stand up for yourself. We're way past standing up for yourself.
Why?
Because in politics, you either win or you lose.
What about in life?
You either win or you lose.
No, there's different levels of winning.
You remember Targaryen Lights when they were racing? And the guy says second place means last.
I don't agree with that though.
But the bottom line is that life has changed into either you win or you lose.
That's because we're older and jaded. They're not.
No,
when I was
they'll
Chloe's
take a
age-
second and third finish. No, they got to learn to win and lose. You know why? Because nobody else is going to play that makes a difference in their life in that whole win or lose
Well, ask
situation.
Sally.
Hi.
Sally's a different generation than we are.
Sally, win or lose? True or not true?
Well, you've got to, first of all, you've got to believe in yourself and what you're talking about.
That's the very first thing. Without that, you ain't even got a race.
And nobody should really go in and say, I believe in this, but I'm going to lose. So I believe in what I do, and I fight to win in many situations.
What about I believe in this, I believe in me, I believe I'm going to win this, I'm
that's part
taking you
of
with me.
That's part of believing in yourself.
And I'm going to take you with me.
Well, if you have the same views, then we're going somewhere where
No. You see, this is what I mean about people. You take a piece of bread
But
and you
wait,
take
these are her
mayonnaise and you
opinions.
start going like this. I'm taking you with me. We're going to win this
Okay,
thing. Forget
perfect.
about everything else.
No.
You forget about everything else.
Perfect. Where are we going?
You're giving me all these explanations. If I tell
don't.
you,
Actually, I don't.
If I tell
will go
you-
for it if I feel like it's
your hair is blonde,
Yes.
are you going to give me an explanation? Or are you going to tell me yes?
Yes.
That's it.
But if you ask me why,
Stop.
No, if
Don't
you
give
said
me,
to me,
don't
your
say
hair-
the but. The but word.
it's not about. If you said to me, "Why do you have blonde hair?" then I can go into
I
it.
didn't say that.
No,
Sally.
you didn't. That's why my answer
I said,
was
is
gonna
your
be
hair blonde?
Perfect.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, that's how we win a fight. Are we going to win this? Yes or no?
Yes.
That's it. That's what it takes. And that's what it takes.
But I think you always win the fight.
I got the scars to show you I have.
Jay will tell you. Jay, don't you think he always wins the fight?
No. They laugh at me now. I caught her and Gato making fun of me the other day. Because they had me say something. I was talking to G.I. Joe with the Kung Fu grip. And Gato said to him, just agree with him because he ain't going to stop until you do.
Exactly. That's why you always win.
And I said to Gato, well, how'd you get your name? And the room went silent. Because Gato didn't like that name at the beginning. It grew on him, he said. Go.
It's because you always win.
I don't always win,
The
but I
argument.
ain't going to go down fighting. There's a reason why everything has a reason. Now everybody knows Gato in the business. You know what the funny thing is? They asked for Gato in negotiation. I got to have Gato.
No,
Who?
we've got Gata.
Gato. And now you have a Gata, so you're doing it too. So like I said, I'm winning this thing and you're coming with me. You're already doing it.
He's already spun the whole conversation back to that.
You see, this is how.
And then you said to me about this,
Yeah.
oh, why haven't we promoted it? It's next week. We're too late. What do you think I've been trying to do for all of this time?
No,
and
that's
it's
not what I
not
said.
next week. It's in
We got
5
300 and some cards to hand out.
yes.
So how am I supposed to hand out cards in 2 weeks?
But
Don't
you
we have a
over
big
100
event in next week that
Yeah,
we're
but I
going
need to hand it out all over the place.
Yeah.
Also, I need a flyer for the card. Maybe get a picture, a green screen of a car.
We have the car flyer. We can put that up also.
There's a lot of things you're doing.
There's a lot of things.
But the Army has to be prepped.
It's all in the preparation. I was
That's
just
right.
going to say that.
You got to have an Army that when you sign this deal and they believed in it, now you got a new crew. Because our crew changes semestrally. You got to get them up to speed. Oh, that's your first charge. Not easy.
You gonna help?
I am. I'm doing this. What, are you kidding me?
Just checking.
I'm doing this. But you got to believe. You have to believe in what you do. And if there has an inch of doubt in who you are, go back to the mirror. Because I'm going to tell you, things in life are so hard right now. So hard. The black and white thing, you can't even say things anymore without getting shot.
I
That's
didn't
what's
mean
going on
that.
right now. What?
I meant you're wearing
Yeah, I know
black
what
and
you're
I'm
saying.
wearing white,
I know
as
what you're
we
saying.
always do.
I know, but people don't look at it that way.
In today's world, you've got to be super careful with it, not just anything. You've got to be very, very careful.
And the thing is that the ones in charge aren't careful. They are just spitting it out there. And they don't care what they say. They are not held accountable. And then they can argue it backwards to always be right.
Do you know what I saw on social media today? A little girl and her mom, they were shopping for eggs, and she told her mother she was racist. And her mother's like, what? She goes, why did you buy the brown eggs and not the white
one.
eggs? Did you buy the brown eggs because we're brown? And her mother looked at her and said, are you kidding? Bought the brown eggs. I wanted to try the taste of the brown eggs. But the little girl didn't understand that she thought they were buying
so
brown
sad.
eggs because they have brown skin.
But the
That's so
bigger
sad.
question is, who taught the little girl the word racist?
She probably heard someone
She
say
goes
it.
to school.
You see, the problem is information and where you get it from.
But they say things sometimes they don't understand what they're saying, and then they hear it from a young age. They're not even going to, they just associate it with something that may have nothing to do with the subject.
That's right, because hate is taught.
That's right.
The word hate is taught.
That's right.
And it's funny because love used to be taught. But now because somebody doesn't believe in love, they teach the opposite.
That's right.
They teach hate.
You believe in love?
Me? Of course I do. I believe in lots of love. I believe in loving one another. Okay, this thing about marriage and all that, the way I see it is different than other people. I'm not saying that marriage is a bad thing.
But I don't mean love in marriage. I mean
Love of children,
love of our
pets.
crew, of what we do.
Of course I
and
do.
Unconditional love, and unconditional
That's a different
love
type
is
of
the
love.
best love.
That's a little bit different.
Love for your kids,
Love-
totally.
love
Yeah.
for-
Your grandchildren.
Do everything. It's not in a perfect world.
Unconditional love is. I had this conversation with somebody
Play it.
yesterday. Unconditional love is the hardest. The real meaning of what that means. You gotta get biblical on something like that, because people, if they do something wrong to you, you have to be able to turn the cheek, and that's difficult to do.
Very
nowadays.
difficult to forgive. You know, that's also unconditional
And to forgive.
love.
Because most of the time people tell you, I'll forgive, but I'll never
Well,
forget.
Why don't we take your commercial break? I think we've got some new commercials the crew's been putting together. Chloe's got some flyers and she's working hard. All right, more to come. What a conversation. Join our conversation, 888-994-4995, Studio A. Like and follow us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram at the Brooklyn Cafe TV. Like and subscribe, as well as AMP Media Productions for all of the shows we produce right here in the studio, including Call Me Zena, which is happening today at 2:30. More to come. We'll be right back. If anyone is looking to win a new car, a Honda Accord or LX 2025, it may be a 2026 because drawing is held on New Year's Eve. So we're hoping that they're going to give a 2026 away. A ticket is $20. $10 of the ticket goes back to the Core Foundation for the auction for the car. The other $10 comes back here to the AMP Media Futures Foundation, and that goes right into the bucket to help all of these incredible young minds get access to equipment, software, community, and everything they do in this hands-on, even camera charges. Every little bit helps. So that $20, you can win a car. What's the second prize, Chloe? Bimini?
The first prize is one of the cars. The second prize is a 2-week stay at a resort.
2 week or 2 night?
Two night stay at a resort with the ferry included. And the third prize is a $250 Visa gift card.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddy S.
All right, we're back. So we started a new show last week called Couch. No, it was called
Center
Stage. Huh?
Center Stage.
Center Stage, with Elisa Michelle and Frank. And Frank sent me a picture of all the books that he does. And I counted, there's a lot, it's like 16 books he's done. I didn't know he wrote that many books. Anyway, all of the books can be found in the studio. So I'm proud to say that this portion of the show is brought to you by Frank and Ruffalo?
Ruffalo.
Ruffalo, what's the difference? Tomato?
A different way you pronounce his
Ruffalo?
name.
Ruffalo.
Because all you have in life is your name.
Wow.
Your name, doesn't your name like identify who you are?
No.
Your name, your reputation, that's what it comes down to in life.
Anyway, Frank will personally sign a message to you if you buy the book here in the studio. You're going to come on down, all of them are there, and I think we're putting something together so you can see them. Their show airs on Fridays at 11:30, not 11 because technical difficulties. 11:30 is probably going to be the time they're going to take off. Can't do 11.
It depends.
I guess
It depends. We got the board set. We'll see what happens next Friday.
I guess it depends.
And then Sally's got her show coming up in about an hour. Sally, what are we talking about today?
I'm thinking maybe something on the lines of what we were just talking about.
Which
what
part?
would we call that?
The one with the dreams or this?
No, what we were
nonsense?
just discussing on the show here. Maybe how the world has gone very negative. So maybe people, I can't say have ideas, but let's see how we can maybe discuss why. I don't know.
Do you think the world is negative, or you think just because we're in that generation of the news and politics and seeing the other side of where life is heading?
It's a combination of everything, Dawn, because kids, when they come in, are they born like, my life is going to be terrible, this is going to happen? Adults or people that know better are changing that because they're being influenced. Everybody is being influenced. And unfortunately, right now, people are being influenced very much on the negative side, turning the news on, as we were just saying. What is happy in the news?
But if you didn't have any worries about money, right? If you knew you had all the money in the world, would it change your aspect on happiness day to day?
No, because it would change certain things. You wouldn't have the worries that we have with having no money, but you can still be a very negative person. You can get sick. There can be many things. It's well, my stepbrother's not listening, but I have a stepbrother who's been sick for very many years, who's done very, very well in life. And he has such a positive attitude. Even though he's been sick all these years, if you said to him, I'm sorry you're not well, years ago when this first happened, it's an ongoing illness, he'd say, what's the matter with me? I'm fine. And he has succeeded in life. It doesn't mean to say he doesn't have problems, but I've learned a lot from his attitude, actually.
Is it easier to be sick and poor or sick and rich?
No, it's easier to be sick and rich, and that was a good example because he's had the best of treatments that it's able to, but he can't do anything like he did 20 years ago.
But he has money so others can do it for him.
But he can't enjoy it as much as he would.
Okay, but a poor person got no money to help
I
him.
agree. In sickness, yes, if you have a little bit more, unfortunately, if we could change the world that way would help too. Because, in England, they always say, well, you have socialized medicine. Yes, but you still have to wait forever to see a doctor. If you have money, you can see a doctor that same day.
Well, take it one step even further back. So if you have a job, you lose your job, you have 3 kids at home, they're all young, your wife doesn't work, take care of the kids, you got no money coming in, what do you think you're going to do?
You're going to get very depressed.
What do you think they're going to do? You think he's going to sit there and get depressed?
If the more depressed, no. And the
what
subject is very valid.
actions is he going to do?
Yes, and I completely understand that.
But tell me what you think he's
if
going to do.
you got your health, I can't talk about if you don't because it's a different situation. Can't get up and do something. But as long as you've got your health, and I won't go into my story, that's an example of go ahead and do something about your situation. If you say, poor me, I'm just going to sit here with nothing.
Okay, hold on. What do you think he's going to do?
Which part?
The part that he has to feed his family. He got no work and no money coming in. What's he going to do?
He's going to be upset.
And? He's going to turn to crime.
Not necessarily.
Oh, I don't know about that.
No. I mean, yes, that
Do you know?
You can take things a whole nother level.
Have you ever met anybody who are desperate enough and they can't make ends meet and they're about to be put in the street or already in the street with their family? You don't think they're going to turn to crime?
It's definitely more tempting for somebody, yes, absolutely. But you can still go in and work at something. If you're cleaning the kitchen,
take it to the Bronx.
You can do what, if you're capable and able, because many people aren't, or they're mentally not well. I feel very strongly about this subject because I came here with nothing.
My father came here with nothing. But you see, he had family to help him.
I had no family, nothing.
They offered him work and he went to work. I get it. But that isn't today's environment. Today's environment is how they cheat them and why. And so they're going to do whatever they got to do to get ahead. They're just going to do it.
Well, that becomes a learned behavior at that point, doesn't it? And then they see their parents doing
Do you know what separates a person from committing crime from not committing crime? is whether or not you have the
Conscience, Freddie.
something like that. No,
Conscience.
whether or not you have the cojones to do it. That's what it comes down to.
Dawn, intervene
I
here.
don't,
How do you feel?
see, you always go to that other side, and why
But I'm
not?
going to tell you because I've seen it.
But
I've
not
seen
in
it
every
with my
case.
eyes.
Everything, not everybody is going to be that way.
I didn't say everybody, but I'll tell you a lot of it. You know why we need more police isn't because everybody's being nice to one another.
No,
Yeah, but when you grew up in not recent history, right? When you grew up,
Wow.
I mean, you didn't grow up in 2025,
I love it.
but there was crime when you grew up.
Of course it was crime.
So it's not that it's
For
a
all
state,
the same reasons
but
that
it's
I'm
not that
telling
it's
you.
the state of we are now. It's the state of where it was
now
then.
it's even worse.
Actually, like, statistically, it's not.
Statistically. I love when they use the word statistic because every time I turn around,
But I mean, like, how else do you know if crime is worse or not? Just because you think you see a lot
okay,
of it,
that's a good
doesn't
question.
mean that it's actually
If somebody
Right.
does crime that it affects you or your family, you think it's going to be worse?
Huh?
If somebody does crime to you or your family, how are you going to viewpoint it? You're going to say, oh, it ain't worse, even though it affect you directly.
I think it's the amount of crimes.
It depends also. Say someone is really, really hungry and they've got no food and they're passing somewhere where there's a restaurant and they see food. Now, if that person steals some bread, that's
That's a crime.
That's a crime, but I can't say a justified crime.
No, no,
because
no,
there's
no, no,
such
no.
thing.
You
There
see,
is no such
no,
thing.
don't turn it into
No, I'm saying
acceptable
it's a
crime.
it's a crime.
It's a crime.
But if
If
that
a guy
went to a court of
steals to
law,
eat or a girl steals to eat, it's a crime.
but if it goes to a court of law, that's why we have attorneys.
I'm not saying that justifiably they shouldn't do it. I'm
Right.
just saying they're gonna do it.
Well, that's why.
I mean, what are you gonna do?
You're
not gonna let your kids starve.
Situation. If that went to court and they had to say, oh, "I stole a piece of bread, I'm hungry," and it was in front of a jury, I'm sure everybody on that jury would say, "Okay, they were hungry." No, I'm not certain.
I'm gonna give you an example of somebody that I know whose son needed an operation, and they turned him away. And the only way he could do it was to say that the mother left him abandoned, and he was living in the street, and they took him in, they gave him social welfare, and they did the operation. You think that's justifiable?
Yes, I do.
But was it a crime what he did?
Yes,
That's all I'm telling you. Oh,
Is
yeah.
that a
it
crime?
would be a crime because he lied to get the surgery.
I mean, I guess I think about it in like such a, I guess, social aspect of like,
Your conscience tells you it should not be a crime. But the reality is the law is the law.
of course, but at the same time, it's like when you push people or do stuff that, you know, is influencing their lives and people are just trying to survive, and this is the only way that they can do it. Like when you do stuff that pushes people to their extremes, like what do you expect to happen?
Well, it's like if you're outside, you get money from a bank, and you're leaving, and a guy pulls a gun on you, or a girl, doesn't matter nowadays, who knows, and they say, I want your money, and they're pointing a gun at you.
Yeah,
That's a crime,
yeah.
and you give them the money. If you tell the guy, listen, you ain't got to pull that gun, I'll give you some money. He says, no, I need it all. Because now they've already committed the crime, the moment you take it out. Is it justifiable?
No.
No.
And
Pulling
then
a
he
gun on
tells you,
somebody is never justifiable.
so if you tell him, okay, let's go have a cup of coffee and I'll get you even more money. I want to hear your story. And he gives you the story, puts the gun away, and he tells you the story. And you give him more money than what he was going to rob you for. Is it justifiable that he took that gun out on you?
no.
No, that would never
Still a
be
crime.
justified. Yes.
And this is why I tell you. You're going to commit a crime.
So I tell you, you can never win an argument with Freddie.
That's just that somebody.
If you don't have the nerve to do it, you won't do it.
You never know that.
What separates the difference between a criminal and a non-criminal is, do you have the cojones to do it? Can you do the crime if you get caught? Can you pay the time? Can you do the crime? Don't pay the time, whatever that thing is. That's what it comes down to. It's the fear of not doing it. And you know why most people who commit crime get caught? It's because they can't think. They're so nervous about what they're
Make
doing.
a mistake.
They make a mistake.
But your mind, unfortunately, society breeds us that way. We believe a lot of this. What
Society
you're saying.
breeds us that
Yes,
way.
it does. That you have to turn to crime. Why don't we have, in a perfect world, nobody is hungry? There's medicine that you can go after. There's money.
Where in the world do you know that exists?
Another planet.
Where? Another planet.
It exists on this one.
Where?
Actually, I was just listening.
Tell me a place.
It could exist everywhere.
But it could, but where does it?
It does. It doesn't. That's the problem. I'm saying that it could.
That's
which is
right.
the unfortunate part about it.
That's why we're breeding a nation, a world of people that come in and it's suffering here.
Right.
We need to change it right there.
There are some places that try to implement good things for their people, but like
That's right.
it's not everywhere.
Well, sometimes it's definition. They'll do something thinking that that's going to help you. It doesn't help you. It helps them. And it gives you maybe an opportunity, because if they spend more money to give you jobs, there'll be more jobs to be done. Okay, but the bottom line here is that they're going to take from you to give it to him, and hopefully he will now use it to give you more employment. So the world is like, it just keeps going and going. You know, the police are in business to catch criminals. That's a business. So obviously if society is bad, there's going to be more crime. Now, they bring the National Guard, so they bring statistically the numbers. I love the statistics.
I think you watch too much of the news and too
It's
much
not that.
politics.
It's not that at all. Listen, when I was at the 3-4, they taught us
Watch
this.
the reruns of my show instead of the news.
Huh?
I think the National Guard did anything. It's just like
It's just presence.
yeah,
It's the influence of somebody using the National Guard.
wants to act.
There you go. And the object of the end. This is what I'm saying. If you want to be successful, you got to play the psychological game of being successful.
Well, unfortunately, and I think that's probably what I'm trying to say in a way, is that if we didn't have to do any of this, we would all be different. But unfortunately, from birth onwards, we're subjected to all this, even if we don't understand it.
The funny thing is that if we didn't have to do it, we'll find another way of messing it up.
No, not necessarily, because your mind will
Because
be
it's
changed.
always... Sally, we were 20 some odd years without a war on this planet.
Well, there's always a
And
war.
all of a sudden, everybody's fighting everybody over the stupidest thing.
But I was looking that up, actually. There's always been a war somewhere, even if it's a little war.
Because people are greedy. They want
Greedy,
that's right. They want
want, dominance,
money.
money, women, color skin, children, you name it. There's always something.
So isn't this really sad? Really sad, isn't it?
Chloe, what do you have to say?
Norway exists.
Norway?
Yeah, oh, wait, that's it.
Norway just had that ambush where they killed like 56 people.
Oh.
A shooting.
Norway?
Yeah. It was the first time they had a crime in 100 years. Don't you remember the guy with the gun?
Oh,
Started
they were
shooting
in a
everybody.
school or
You
something.
watch too much news.
But it's true.
He does, yeah.
You watch too much news.
Okay.
Try not to watch news for one day.
It isn't that I'm watching news. I'm watching people behave the way. Did you see what happened in England?
But see,
In
you,
England.
Happened in London.
In London.
I
Did you
don't
see
know.
what
I don't
happened
watch
yesterday?
very much
And that's
news.
your country.
but they only
Well, I
show
saw
you
a
the
lot of
negative
people
stuff.
gathering somewhere.
They're not gathering. Did you see what the fighting was about?
No, I didn't know.
They don't want immigration in London. London is a big teapot of immigration.
Yes, it is.
Big
Yes,
teapot.
it is.
One of the largest in the world.
So what happened?
They want them to throw them out.
Yeah, but since the beginning of time, there's been fighting. How did the United States get founded? Because we left England.
Yeah.
So don't watch the news. Nothing
And weren't
changes.
we
right.
revolutionaries in this country?
Yes.
Okay, so here's their argument. They're revolutionaries. We're still revolutionizing.
There's always been. I mean, we need to change. Well, we need to change this.
There'll be
We need
never
little
any
by
peace.
little.
And it's funny because I heard that in London, the reason there's so many immigrants is because the wages in London are so high, it costs you $20 to get a cup of coffee. But if you have immigrants working that shop, it brings it down to $6.
I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah, you should look it up.
Of
It's
course.
everywhere.
It's everywhere.
It's
yeah.
everywhere.
It's everywhere.
So, it's just voodoo economics.
It's funny to me though that they don't understand that.
Voodoo economics. This is what they used to call Ronald Reagan. Because Ronald Reagan used to say, give to the rich, they'll give work to the poor.
Yeah,
And me,
that doesn't work.
triple down economics. And me and my father
Don't you
went to
ever
war.
think you watch too much negative
Guess what?
news?
No.
That doesn't work.
That doesn't
It did work for him.
It worked for him.
It's
and
It worked for him.
Because people thought he was right, but we're still feeling the effects of that being implemented, and it hasn't done anything. It's actually
Except for the rich. We look at the stock market. What do we have? 45,000 clicks?
all
Well, they
care
make
about.
money on money. Right? Money makes money.
And then the rich is supposed to spend it on the poor.
Well, unfortunately, it doesn't work that way. So
You got Uber.
I don't take
Uber is expensive.
it was expensive.
It was cheap when it first came out,
Very
remember?
expensive.
In New York, they used to have something called the gypsy cabs.
That was to convince people to use Uber more, so that in the long term they would have a net profit because they would raise up the price.
Chloe, back in the 70s, they had something called the gypsy. So you flag down a gypsy, and then they used to say, listen, I got to go here. How much you going to charge me? Give me $5. A yellow cab, $5 took you to the light down the street. So you took a gypsy everywhere. So when word got out, the city of New York started banning gypsies first in Manhattan and then in all the other boroughs. But you know where they got this Uber idea from was the gypsies. Those cabs in New York. That's how it started. And they took a good idea and made it bad. How much does it cost now to do Uber? It's still cheap?
I-
Depends on where you're going.
It depends on the time of day too. I think.
Before, Uber used to be cheap. Airport, $30.
Here to Miami
You have a mic?
is $220.
On an Uber? Well, back in the day, it was $30.
That's kind of long journey.
$30. But you see, I'm not rationalizing it. I'm just telling you, you take something great and you mess it up. Because some greedy person wants to make more greed.
It's always been like that, though.
It hasn't always been like that. We were never that smart in the 70s. In the 70s, we used to give a lot of it away. In the 80s, we started giving less away. In the 90s
In the
is really when it
80s, look
started
what
to
happened with the
change.
housing boom.
The housing boom. No, and then look what happened in 2007,
With the
2008.
mortgages.
When it went pop, goes the weasel.
Right.
And I was responsible for that.
Greed in Wall Street.
That was
I got a
good.
house for everybody. It didn't matter what you made for a living. Thing went upside down. Bad paper all over the place.
Yeah, that was crazy.
You can't give away anything because you can't sustain
You
it.
can't win an argument with Freddie.
It's not that. It's that I look at how people, they take a good situation, they make it bad. They take something where you're trying to up-level people, give them an opportunity. I'm going to give you an example. You know, she has a short memory. When we were at iHeart, and we put that microphone on the table at iHeart. Now, does everybody here know what an iHeart is, radio station? #1 radio station in America? Okay. We put a mic there at midday and told every business out there, why don't you come for free? Come and talk about your business for 15 minutes. How many people showed up, Dawn?
One.
How long did we do it? A
Years.
year?
Yeah.
At least a year. One.
Wow.
Meanwhile, iHeart, we charge you what? $3,000 or $4,000 to do the same commercial?
Wow.
So you tell me what's wrong. I'll
Because
listen.
people don't believe when it's not, you know.
For a year, Sally?
No, that's terrible. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
For a year.
But somebody that charges, they go to because they feel that there's something. You know, our mind says
$3,000
you
for
don't
a
get
commercial.
anything for nothing. We always
It's-
think
it's
you
just-
have to pay for everything.
It's hilarious.
People want for nothing.
They want, but
It's
they know they're
hilarious.
not going to get because you just say, you know, well, even if I like, I've heard this before that people do workshops and they charge $5 or a love tote, you know, just walk in, or someone that's charging $100 for the same workshop. Guess which one gets full? The 100, because they feel they're getting something. It's ridiculous.
But this is what I'm saying. I've been doing this for over 20 years. I know I invite people to come into studio to talk about what they do and how they do it. Okay? Now, I had a question about a guest that we have, and she was asking me, how much you going to charge? I was not asking you anything. I'm inviting you. If you want to do more in the future, that's fine. Is coming in here and talking about what you do going to change your life? Probably not, unless somebody who can change your life tunes in, hears it, says, hey, let's do some business and what have you, right?
Right.
But where else do you go that you have a platform that lets you talk about you?
You don't, and that's why they don't trust, because people think, well, it's for nothing. They're going to be doing something. They're going to get money from us because that's how we're wired to think. Unfortunately.
So
And I'm
I
sure
should
that-
charge them. So you're saying I should never do free. No more free.
Well,
$1 million.
I've said this before. No, you don't have to overcharge, but you need to charge
$1? What about
something.
$1?
Something, because they feel like they're not getting their money's worth. There's all sorts of ridiculous reasons behind it,
Wow.
right?
All right.
Am I right?
I don't
Dawn?
know. I'm listening.
We have this conversation all the time.
I guess $1. Yeah, but the thing is,
not
when
a
you charge
dollar.
them $700, $800, they're not
No,
going to
you've
want
got to
it
be
either.
reasonable. What you feel.
What
that
is
it's
reasonable?
Worth. What you feel it's worth.
It depends
without
what you're talking
overcharging.
about.
I'm letting you come for free, so that you can to see whether or not we can work
Then they
with one
think
another.
you're going to extract money from them. It's better to charge in the first place. Am I right?
Okay, I
think
want to
so.
thank all of you for listening. From now on, we're going to charge you. Thank you, Sally. Call me Zena.
Let's take your commercial break and play a full bank. More to come on the other side of this break. We'll be right back.
You're listening to the Midday Brooklyn Cafe Show with Dawn and Freddy S. Every weekday from 12 to 2, tune in for the ultimate midday escape. The perfect blend of entertainment, culture, and community, all served up with a side of Brooklyn flair. It's the South Florida show that everyone's talking about.
At Gen X, we believe skincare should be both powerful and purposeful. Beauty doesn't fade, it evolves. Powered by women, made for everyone. Packed with bovine placenta, a rare regenerative ingredient rich in growth factors and nutrients. Infused with collagen peptides and hyaluronic acid, aloe vera, and coconut oil. Each ingredient is powerful on its own, but even better together. Feel the science, see the glow. Shop Gen X now at genxbeauty.com.
Discover Rosie's Garden. The collection draws inspiration from the beautiful niece of the founder, Rosie, who brought joy to many before passing too soon. Her beauty and spirit are reflected in every piece. Founded by two friends, Rosie's Garden is a female-owned brand passionate about creating stunning, elegant jewelry that embodies the concept of bellissima, the Italian word for beautiful. With a philosophy rooted in grace and elegance, the brand crafts each piece of jewelry using only the finest materials, including 18-karat gold and the highest quality craftsmanship, ensuring that every piece is a true work of art.
Step into a world where emotion meets expression, and every brushstroke tells a story. DeBilson Art Gallery features the captivating whimsical works of internationally renowned artist William DeBilson. From larger-than-life portraits to abstract reflections of love, loneliness, and connection, each piece invites you to feel, reflect, and escape the ordinary. Located in the heart of Delray, this art gallery is more than a space, it's an experience. Come discover what speaks to you. Visit DeBilson Art Gallery today.
Looking for a fun, delicious escape the whole family will love? Welcome to Sinful Crepes in Boynton Beach, where sweet meets savory in every bite. From classic Nutella dreams to loaded breakfast crepes, plus a full lineup of rich, bold coffee, there's something for everyone. Kids can even color their very own 3D printed bulldog while you sip and savor. Yes, 3D printed, colorful bulldogs you can take home. Visit us today at 1050 East Gateway Boulevard, Suite 103, Boynton Beach, Florida, or call at 561-509-7309 to order ahead. See you soon. Nova Fresh Kitchen in Boca Raton is a vibrant, fast casual eatery ideal for health-conscious dinners. With a bright, fresh ambiance, a nutritious and fully gluten-free menu ranging from breakfast pastries to protein-packed bowls, soups, smoothies, and coffee, it is a reliable choice for a fresh, wholesome bite any time of day. You can find them at 625 Northeast Spanish River Boulevard, Boca Raton, or order online at novafk.com.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddy S.
What happened? There went your bell again.
And we're back. And the bell popped.
All right, you getting ready? We're going to have Sally's show soon. Call me Zena. We're talking
I want
about
to talk real quick about the 25th. What are we doing the 25th?
25th of this month. Next Thursday, we're going to be at Coriander Indian Euro Kitchen for lunch with the ladies of Couch Talk, the Friends of Brooklyn Cafe show. We've got Denise Forgetti, I believe, Savor Our City. They're going to bring some friends out. Lunch, all food is 20% off, which is great. And we took the crew over there last week, so once we get that footage put together, you're going to see some of the fun that they had and tried some lunch.
And we're also going to have John Parker's going to be singing. Got that
nice.
confirmed. And also Tommaso, the magician, will be appearing, and he's going to do a whole new set for us that day. I'm working on some others, so we can have a little bit of entertainment while we put this together.
Okay, it'll be nice.
The concept on this thing is we want network groups to come forward, so you can network with the network groups that are going to be there. 2 or 3 networking groups, 20 or more, whatever, show up. Would be kind of interesting to see how everybody puts it together. And then we're going to talk to all the networking groups as well. We'll put them on the air with us, as many as we can. It won't be a lot, but it'll be a little bit of everybody. And come on out and let's try something different for a change. And if you don't come out and you don't do this, then don't tell me networking doesn't work because you're not trying. Simple. And yes, it is the middle of the day. Get it. I get it. You could take a lunch hour and come over for a few minutes.
Networking definitely works. I mean, we met some great people networking, and as a matter of fact, next Friday, we're going to be down at The View in Tamarack because we met some great people again. Liza and her husband, Raul. We've known Liza for years. It was so funny when I saw her again, and she and Raul were here, DJ Raul, putting together a huge event for Hispanic Heritage Month. So it's a party, and networking, and a party. It's a Friday night, 6 to 9, 10:30?
6 to 10. 6 to
down
10.
in Tamarack. I believe you can pay at the door. It's very nominal. It gets you food, a drink, great music.
20 at the door, 15 events.
An opportunity to do some networking. And you do not have to be Hispanic to attend.
No.
It's a Broward County event. It's for Hispanic Heritage Month and Broward County Hispanic Association. BCLE, Broward County Hispanic
Association.
E would be Entrepreneur LA.
Yeah. It doesn't matter.
It
Whatever
doesn't matter,
it is.
but you don't have
come
to
on
speak
down.
Spanish to go. I'm
No.
going.
And there's going to be some city council people in there. There's going to be some VIPs in there. And
Broward
gonna
County
be,
Latin entrepreneurs.
And there's going to be groups in there that you can do business with. And I'm going to tell you, me being a Latino, there's a lot of room to grow in that whole community aspect. So if you come down, you're going to have some fun and have some entertainment. I know about the entertainment. It's funny because she talked about Frankie Cutlass, and I'm going to try to get Frankie to come in to show. He plays all the music that I grew up on. I know of him. Maybe I know him. I got to think back. This is going back in the 80s. But the funny thing is that the music, I've been playing it everywhere. Linda says, where did all this start coming from? And for some reason, leading up to that meeting, it kept coming up on my phone. And I didn't know why. Now I do. It's going to be a lot of fun. Come on 26th. Check it out.
There's a lot of things happening as September, Jewish holidays are happening. We're going to be at Bramers again for another midday show. And back, more to come.
And tomorrow we're going to have, I don't think we're going to have the KC guys in here because they're so busy. So we're going to be putting clips and stuff. I got a hypnosis coming, a hypnotherapist coming tomorrow. And we are going to hypnotize Dawn tomorrow. It's
funny.
already working.
You got jokes. I once tried to get hypnotized. I don't think it worked.
I think we should bring your mom.
Good luck with that.
And Sally, I want you here tomorrow.
I don't know what time.
I'm sorry, Sally. What time is the midday show?
Oh, the midday. No, I have to go see someone.
No, you don't. You have to come here.
What time
I'm
is he
going to
gonna
have
be
you
here?
hypnotized. She's going to be on the air from 12 to 2. So you come down. We're going to sit over there.
Okay, I'm going to try very hard.
Don't try. Don't try. No.
You're not going to hypnotize me.
Why?
Well, I don't mind. I'll be
I
hypnotized.
think we should. I think this will cure your ailments.
I'm not sure.
And
I'll
Jay's going to be
definitely try.
hypnotized tomorrow. We're going to finally find out who she is. See if she'll cluck
I'll
like a
try.
big chicken.
I'll do my best.
But it's going to be a whole lot of fun. So come on down. And I think I have somebody else coming tomorrow.
Helen will be here tomorrow.
Helen Harcho will be here. Somebody else.
We'll see.
That'll be fun.
You're probably going to Perla and Lisa will be here.
Perla Lisa will be here, yeah. See if they'll stick around. And on Wednesday, I have a special announcement to make. John Parker is going to be doing a show with his wife right before Sally's Spiritual at 5 o'clock. No, 4:30. Going to be doing it right over there. They're going to put some music together and everything else. Maybe that's what I was going to do on Thursday. That's why I didn't tell you. Maybe he dislocated his kneecap, so he's wearing a brace. So let's see what he looks like when he comes in here. So that'll be also airing on Thursday night. A lot of stuff. I got stuff, man.
I see that.
People are inviting us to different places.
Mi gente.
You have nothing else to say, mi gente?
Mi gente. Nope.
Right.
I
It's
will
good to see you
definitely
smile for a change.
definitely try
So
to stay on
grumpy.
the light side of the world. You can stay on the dark.
Yes. Ooh. Yeah, you're going to hang out with a lady who went to
gonna say,
Halloween
you have
parties
one
with a
person that will
pregnant
be with
nun
you there.
and a priest. A pregnant nun and a priest
I
on
definitely
Halloween.
try to stay on the light side, you know.
I
So
think
it's,
it was a monk he was actually.
A
not
monkey?
even- no, a monk.
Oh, a monk.
Right, no,
I went to school with monks in Puerto
you did?
Rico.
All right. Well, Sally, your show today at 2:30, which is right around the corner. Call me Zena. We're talking about.
Well, I have an idea. Anybody that's watching that may want to watch my show in about three-quarters of an hour, call in now and give us a title, something that you'd like us to talk about.
Maybe
Never
we'll
done that before, right?
maybe we'll talk to Spirit and see what Spirit has to
Yeah,
say.
maybe someone will suggest out there something.
Maybe we can see, can we really talk to the other side?
Oh, we can.
See what the answers are.
You better be careful what you're talking about.
I got Sally. All right. You ready to wrap it up?
I'm ready.
All right. Have a great afternoon, everyone. Be safe. Be kind to each other. Casey Market, if you are looking to order food for the Jewish High Holy Days, which starts next Monday night or any Shabbat, go to koshercentral.com. They will deliver anywhere all the way up to Atlanta. But if you are in the South Florida area, they will deliver anywhere the same day. If you get your order in by 4 p.m., same day delivery. They've got packages for dinners, or you can just do catering and pick and choose. And when you see some of the footage that we took tomorrow, that food looks remarkable, doesn't it?
Unbelievable. And to my Latino brothers and sisters, you ain't got to be Jewish to enjoy this place.
It's
Let me
food.
tell you something. They got rice and beans. They got 4 different types of rices, 4 different types of beans. They got all sorts of stuff that Latinos eat. Just because it says KC Market, they have something for everybody there. I was shocked. My jaw hit the ground and I said, but this is the stuff we eat. He says, yeah, pretty
is
much.
food.
Food is food.
Food is food.
Unbelievable place. Even Jay Harmon says, I got to come here to eat. They got a $7 special on foods for the next day, and we're thinking about maybe getting some of that for the kids in here.
Sally, you got to bring Steve. He's going to love it.
He's going to freak
That-
out.
We went to
Oh,
the
man.
restaurant, Mamma Mia.
Next door to Mamma Mia's.
Yeah, it was raining, otherwise I would have taken a look at
The
It is
chocolate
unbelievable.
babka,
Yeah.
bar none.
And they got sugar-free on Thursdays. I'm going to tell you, sugar-free pies.
It's a very big place.
It's huge.
40,000 square feet. And Sally, we took a cart and put all the equipment in the cart, and we drove around doing streaming.
So Kevin's going to put a piece together, so you're going to have it tomorrow. So check it out, Kosher Central. Put your orders in. Holidays start next week, and for any Friday or anything you want. Delicious food.
And maybe we do another show up there. We do a tour. If we can get 25 people to follow us, it'll be like Moses leading them through the desert. It'd be kind of fun.
All right, have a great afternoon. Tune in to Call Me Zena today at 2:30 on Ant Media Productions and Call Me Zena. We'll see what the spirits have in store for us. Have a great afternoon, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow, 9 a.m. drive time.
Don't be late.
Bye-bye.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show's over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddy S will bring you more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. We'll see you next time.